Welcome to Privacy News Online Weekly News. My name is Brian Tong and I'm your host. What the great personal data leak of 2021 tells us about Facebook. Last week, we reported on the 533 million Facebook users whose data was leaked online. Now, despite the severity of the leak and its contents, Facebook's official response was, "We believe the data in question was scraped from people's Facebook profiles by malicious actors using our contact importer prior to September of 2019. This feature was designed to help people easily find their friends to connect with on our services using their contact lists." Notably missing is any form of apology. Not only is Facebook trying to evade responsibility, it doesn't even recognize that it owes an apology to 500 million people whose personal details are now floating around the internet. Hey, you stay classy, Facebook. How a 30-year-old technology, Wi-Fi, will turn into our next big privacy problem. Despite being invented 30 years ago, Wi-Fi has become an increasingly important part of modern life, with hotels, restaurants, and many other venues providing it for free as an expected part of their services. But a new iteration of the Wi-Fi standard named 802.11bf will have massive implications for privacy and surveillance. This new technology will allow Wi-Fi stations to detect motion, presence, and proximity, detect objects, people, and animals, and be used in rooms, houses, cars, and enterprise environments. That might be a reason for some concern. DuckDuckGo announces plans to block Google's FLoC. Privacy search engine DuckDuckGo announced it will block Google's new method for tracking users' web browsing in Chrome. FLoC, short for Federated Learning of Cohorts, is part of Google's transition away from using third-party cookies in Chrome. Now, while Google claims that it offers more privacy than cookies, DuckDuckGo is making it clear that they take issue with all forms of tracking, as well as Google's decision to force FLoC on all users without explicitly asking them to opt in. All right, let's go to the latest cybersecurity news from Josh, our correspondent from Intego.
Here are this week's top cybersecurity stories, brought to you by Intego. Many Android phones made by Gigaset have been infected by a hacked update server. Infected devices contain several unwanted apps, including one that may attempt to spread itself via WhatsApp messages. If you have a Gigaset phone, go to blog.gigaset.com for a list of potentially affected models and instructions on how to factory reset your device. Meanwhile, a new cryptocurrency mining worm is targeting Windows and Linux servers. The sysserv botnet seeks to spread itself by finding internet-connected servers with specific unpatched vulnerabilities. Upon infection, these servers will begin mining Monero cryptocurrency on behalf of the attackers. P&O fans can stay protected with Intego's Mac or Windows protection software. For a special discount, use the link in the episode description. That's it for now. Back to you, Brian.
Thank you for that, Josh. Now it's time for some more privacy news. Revealed, the Facebook loophole that lets world leaders deceive and harass their citizens. An investigation by The Guardian shows that Facebook has allowed major abuses of its platform in poor, small, and non-Western countries in order to prioritize addressing abuses that attract media attention or affect the US and other wealthy countries. After the Facebook fiasco of the 2016 US election, Facebook pledged to combat state-backed political manipulation of its platform. But this investigation reveals that the company has continuously failed to intervene in a timely manner when shown evidence of rampant manipulation and abuse of its tools by political leaders worldwide. Now it's time for Privacy Talks. Privacy Talks brings you interviews with influencers, activists, and experts in pro-privacy organizations around the world. So let's go to Daniel Hahn, who recently caught up with Brad Ree, the Chief Technology Officer for ioXt, to talk about the ioXt Alliance. You can check out the link in the description to watch the full interview, but right now, it's time for the highlight reel.
Yesterday, you announced that you added a new mobile application profile with added requirements for VPNs. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Oh, 100%. So, working with some of the industry leaders, such as Private Internet Access was one of our members who helped define our VPN extension for mobile apps. So we're not just protecting and you're looking at the security of mobile apps, but we're looking at the security of VPNs. Because after all, consumers want to know that the VPN that they're using is truly protecting the data and not spying on them while they're using this. And these are some of the things that the ioXt Alliance is shining a light on, what security is embedded into these products.
To learn more about ioXt, check out the link in the description. Now you're up to date on the latest privacy news online, which is brought to you by Private Internet Access, the award-winning, no-log, ioXt certified VPN service that lets you protect up to 10 devices simultaneously with apps for Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, iOS, and more. Sign up now and get up to 2 months for free using the link in the description down below, where you can also find a link to learn more about all the stories in this week's privacy news online. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Brian Tong, and I'll see you next time.